You can't afford it. I get it. I hear this one a lot. I don't have the money. Well, you can either trade time or you can trade money. But there are other things you can trade, and that is relationship capital. Jay Abraham talks about this a lot. You don't always need money. I remember I was helping a client of mine. He had an acting school and he had no budget. His ads stopped working and he said, "What do I do?" And I said, "Well, you've got this big sign out the front, this window that's not doing anything. Why don't you get it sign written?" And he said, "I can't afford a sign writer." I said, "You don't have to pay a sign writer. All you need is someone who can paint that front window who would like to do an acting class." His next door neighbor was a pottery maker and quite artsy, and he wrote a sign for him. And now every single morning cars were stopped at the traffic lights, would read the sign, and he'd start getting phone calls, and it became his single best channel of marketing, and it didn't cost him anything. And the guy who went and did the free acting class for a term stayed on for years as a prime student. So it worked out really well for this acting school. He didn't have money to exchange, and he wasn't able to write his own signwriting, but he was able to exchange something of value to that other person to get what he needed. So think about, what can you actually use instead of money to get what you need from marketing? Could it be relationships? Could it be joint ventures? Could it be a network? And is it just time that you have to put in to do something manually until you can afford to hire someone to do it yourself?